Hey, I don't know if anyone will even see this stream, but I'm just popping in here for a couple of minutes because I want to do a quick stream test. The last couple of streams I've done, I've learned quite a bit of valuable information about using OBS and optimizing settings and creating scenes and things like that. So I wanted to pop in here and just kind of do a test stream to see if I can make this work for next week's live stream, because at last night's live stream, the last two live streams, I've been using a separate laptop off to my side with a separate audio interface. And what I'd really like to do is I'd really like to be able to use just my studio computer as the streaming computer. And so what I've done is I've got a little bit different setup here. I'm using an external webcam on a camera stand. Again, I'm using OBS. I'm using my Lewitt, which I wasn't using before. I was using the SM7B before, just because the 7B has better side rejection. It tends to reject the background noise a little bit better. And this way, with this setup, I believe that I can get away with using a condenser mic, so I'll get better quality audio. I'm also running through a DBX 286S as my vocal processor, what I use on all of my YouTube videos. And then I have some additional things going on in here. I'll kind of just demonstrate here. Let's open up Logic though. Let's pop that open. And again, I can switch to these different views. I can go to full screen. I can put me down to the lower right a little bigger or a little smaller. Let's go with that setting. And let's pop open something in Logic here. Just open up like this Hardwell Live Loops grid. I know this is like a loud one. One of the issues I've had with OBS is that hang on real quick here. Let's just make that a little bigger. Okay. One of the issues I've had with OBS is that the audio volume is like really low. I'm not really sure why. So what I've done is I have boosted, well, you're not going to be able to see this. Hang on. How do I set that up? Let's go to settings and stream. Output, input. There's a way for me to show. I think there's a way for me to show OBS in the video, but I'll have to figure that out later. Basically, what I've done is I've added like 6 dB of gain to the screen recording, the audio from the screen recording, and then I've got an automatic sidechain compression ducking effect, and that's ducking my microphone when audio was playing. And that's like one of the key things, because before what I was doing is I had a little audio interface, a streaming interface, and I would always have to, mix myself. I had to put it in one direction when I was listening to music and put it in another direction when I was talking to you. I think this way I can get the healthiest audio signal from both my mic and from the stream while auto ducking my mic while I'm playing music. So let's give this a quick test and see what this sounds like. What the heck is going on there? We got like, oh, I see, the master VCA was up 2 dB. And one of the other things I like about this setup is I don't have to mess around with Logic's audio output. Before I was using ScreenFlow to record, and now I think I'm going to use OBS to record because I don't have to worry about any of this. It'll just grab whatever audio is feeding my display, all of it. If I play something from Safari, play something through QuickTime and then jump back to Logic, it'll grab all of that audio. So that's one of the other reasons why I'm thinking about going this direction in the future, not just for streaming, but also for making YouTube videos, because it'll just expedite the process and get more of the settings I want baked in from the get-go. ScreenFlow is a pain in the ass. I have stopped using ScreenFlow mostly because once I upgraded to Sonoma, the application just was unusable. Like I make one edit and it freezes up. I open up the application and start recording Logic and it freezes up. So this way, seems like a better way. I have less control in the end, but I'm doing more of the prep up front, so I don't have to do a bunch of, work on the back end. And also I don't have to worry about, dealing with audio sources not grabbing the output of Logic, because I can't tell you how many times I've done a Logic tutorial, got to the end of the tutorial, and then realized there was no audio in the tutorial because Logic for some reason wasn't feeding its signal over to ScreenFlow. So let's play a couple more scenes here. Let's see what this audio sounds like. Hey, it looks like someone's in here. Yeah, again, just doing a quick test stream just to kind of see what my new OBS setup looks and sounds like on your end. Again, this way I can just use this setup, my studio setup, and not have to have a separate computer or a separate audio interface. Let's see what does the audio sound okay? It doesn't sound like it's in mono. It doesn't sound like it's overly compressed or anything. And while I'm waiting for an answer on that one, let me just check and see if the panning works. I'm just going to pan the stereo out and see if that translates to the stream. Is the audio too loud, too soft? The panning's okay. Awesome. Yeah. Thanks for checking it out. One of the things that sucks too is the pan works. Okay. Awesome. The only thing I'm not a huge fan of is like this webcam quality, at least when I'm in full screen mode. It looks a little grainy to me. It makes me look a little bit orange, but I can deal with that. There are some like real-time color correction things I'm doing to kind of make it look like this. Vocals and music sound good via phone. Awesome. Audio level okay. Awesome. I think I've got it dialed in now. Where everything's kind of working, and this will be a huge time saver for me too, because I won't have to drag the laptop out every single time I do a live stream. The only thing that might happen with this setup is, because I'm using Wi-Fi, maybe the signal strength isn't great to grab the Wi-Fi from a completely other room of my house. But I do have a 70-foot Ethernet cable that I can run from that Wi-Fi router over to this room just when I do live streams. Or I could run it through the attic, you know. I don't know, I could maybe run a 100-foot Cat 5 cable through the attic and then bring it down. I could probably hide it behind one of the bass traps, either here or there. And then yeah, then maybe I'll have just like I'll have like a solid wired Ethernet connection. Yeah, the low contrast is on purpose. Let's see if I can change it a little bit in real time here and see how it translates. You guys can't see this, but I have OBS looking up, or pulled up rather. Let's look at the filters. So the problem was, and I don't know if this will translate in real time. The problem was, this is what my audio or my video looks like without the filter. And this is, again, this is just a cheap 1080p webcam. And then with the color correction, it's like this. I don't mind like the haziness to it. I don't mind the like the low contrast, but like high contrast, it just kind of blows out the picture a little too much. Yeah, I prefer good audio over video as well. Not to mention, it's not really going to matter. I'm going to be down here most of the time, but maybe like a little more brightness. You guys can't see this, but I'm copying the filter from this cam, and then I'm going to paste it over here. Let's delete that color correction setting. And then we're going to paste in a new one. There we go. I think it's a little brighter. I think that's a little nicer looking. Yeah, there we go. Well, awesome, guys. I'm going to end the stream there. It's just, like I said, a quick test stream for me to jump in here and test out the setup. It looks like it's doing good, and it's looking good. And I'm really happy this worked out, because it means that, like I said, I don't have to bring a separate computer in here. Don't need to have a separate audio interface. I can just use my existing setup as is. And yeah, it's more efficient, and I think it's gonna help with the YouTube recorded YouTube videos as well, because it's gonna make recording a heck of a lot easier. And frankly, I've finally given up on ScreenFlow. ScreenFlow is like a great app for recording, but it's so buggy. I mean, it's like I've complained to the Telestream people, and they don't seem to care. No matter what I say to them, it's oh yeah, the lip sync is probably going to be a little bit off. But in the YouTube videos, I'll have to just kind of nudge the audio back so it's in sync. But cool. Well, anyway, guys, thanks for popping in. I appreciate everyone who popped in and gave me some comments and feedback. I look a little bit jaundiced, but I don't know, maybe I can upgrade the webcam one of these days. So see y'all later. Have a great weekend, and I will see you all back on Friday at 6 p.m. I'll put out an announcement about that stream as well. As always, guys, thank you so much for the support, and thanks.